Hi guys, this is Ian, and in this video tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to sing and play the song I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift. Now what we're going to be doing in today's tutorial is we're going to be covering 5 things. I'm going to be giving you some simple chords, simple strumming pattern. I'm going to do a full demonstration of the song using the chords and the strumming pattern. I'm going to step you through the song to show you where the chords fit in with the lyrics, and at the end of the tutorial I'm going to give you some additional tips and pointers that could help those of you who are beginners get through the song easier if you're still struggling with basic stuff like changing chords, pressing chords, and strumming. Okay, so that's what we're going to do in today's tutorial. So to quickly get started, the 5 chords which we're going to be using today are G major, C major, D major, E minor, and A minor. Okay, so it's G, C, D, E minor, and A minor. Alright, now if you need to refer to those chords again, you can check them out in the tutorial notes because that's where they're going to be listed. So the tutorial notes are available on the learnguitarfasttips.com website. If you're on the site now, it's just below this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's available through the link down in the description below. Okay, so check out the tutorial notes if you need to refer to the chords again. And for those of you who aren't familiar with how to press these chords, you can check out the chords list, which is available on the learnguitarfasttips.com website as well, where I have videos that show you precisely how to place your fingers and press the chords, which I talk about in these tutorials. Okay, so check those out. Alright, so those are the chords. The next thing I'm going to give you is the strumming pattern which we're going to be using in this song. Now firstly, for those of you who are absolute beginners and you're not comfortable with doing upstrokes, what you want to do is you can just do a simple downstroke strumming pattern where you're playing down, 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 down. Alright? So in the song it would go something like, once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was in your sights, you got me alone, you found me. So it's just down, down, down. Alright? So now for those of you who are a bit more intermediate and you want to try something a bit more with an upstroke, a bit more advanced, what you can do is you can do this strumming pattern where basically it goes down, it goes down, 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 down. Alright, so basically the way it works is at the start of every new chord you strike the chord down and you follow it up with down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so it's down, then down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? And you keep playing down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up until you come to the next chord. All right, and I'll be using it in the full demonstration, so just pay attention to how that is happening during the chord changes. Okay, so with that's the strumming pattern. Those are the chords. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a full demonstration of the entire song using those chords and the strumming pattern. Okay, so with that, as usual, I'd like to apologize if I make any glitches, but basically what you want to pay attention to during the full demonstration is how the chord changes are happening in relation to the chord, in relation to the strumming and the lyrics of the song. Okay, so just pay attention to that, and at the end of this demonstration we'll step through the song again. Okay, so with that, this is how the song could sound like using the chords and the strumming pattern I mentioned earlier. And this is I Knew You Were Trouble by Taylor Swift. Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was in your sights, you got me alone, you found me, you found me, you found me. I guess you didn't care, I guess I like that, but when I fell apart, you took a step back, without me, without me, without me. And it's long gone when it's next to me, and I realize that's basically what the song would sound like if you were to use those chords and the strumming pattern. And I apologize for some of the glitches I had just now, but that's basically how the song goes. So with that, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to step you through the entire song to show you where the chords fit in with the lyrics. So the song can be broken up into just a couple of sections where you have your intro, your verse, and your chorus and your outro. Okay, and we're going to talk about all of those right now. So when you start the song, basically what you're doing is you're starting on G, where you're just going, and then you just keep going until you're ready to start. And when you start, it starts on G. Once upon the first verse, okay? So it starts in the first verse where you start on G. Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, then D. I was in your sights, you got me alone, you, E minor. Found me, you found me, you, and then C. Found me, E, 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 E. And then next part of the verse starts with G. I guess you didn't care, and I guess I like that, and I guess I like, and I guess I like that, and D. When I fell hard, you took a step back with E minor. Without me, without me, with C. Without me, E, 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 E. Then G. And he's D. Long gone. When he's next to E minor, me. And I realize, see, the blame is on me. Then you go into the chorus where it starts with E minor. 'Cause I knew you were, see, trouble when you walked in, D. So G, shame on D, me now, E minor, Auf. So here you have to go, shame on me now, Auf, flew me to places I've never been. Okay, so you gotta drag the ow after the now in order to connect with the next line. Alright, so it goes, so G, shame on D, me now, E minor, ow, flew me to C, places I've never been, D, till you, G, put me, D, down, O, E minor, I knew you were, C, trouble when you walked in, D, in, so G, shame on D, me now, E minor, how flew me to C, places I've never been. D, yep, and now I'm, yep, sorry. So shame on me now, flew me to C, places I've never, D, been. Now I'm G, lying on the D, cold hard, E minor, ground. Then you go into the last part of the chorus where it goes E minor, cold hard, E minor, ground, ah, then C, O, then D, O, trouble, G, trouble, D, trouble, E minor, ah, C, O, D, O, trouble, G, trouble, D, D, trouble. And then from here you go straight into the second verse where it starts on G. No apologies, he'll never see you cry, pre-D. Pretend he doesn't know that he's the reason why you're E minor. Drowning, you're drowning, you're C. Drowning, and I, G. Heard you moved on from whispers on the street, a D. New notch in your belt is all I'll ever be, and E minor. Now I see, and then C. Now I see, E, then G. He was D, long gone, when he met E minor, me, and I realized, C. I realize, see, the joke is on me, yeah. Then you go back into the chorus again, okay? So the chorus, as I explained it earlier, you go through the full chorus until the end. Trouble, 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 na, trouble, trouble, blah, okay? And then you go into the bridge, alright? And the bridge is from the last part of the chorus where it goes A, C, O, D, O, trouble, G, trouble, D, trouble. And then you go straight into the bridge where it goes, and the A minor, saddest fear, comes E minor, creeping in. That you, A minor, never loved me, or her, or D, anyone, or C, anything, then D, yeah, 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 yeah. Then you go into the chorus again, cause E minor, I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Then you go through the entire chorus, and at the end where it goes E minor, A, C, O, D, O, trouble, G, trouble, D, trouble, and you connect to the outro, okay? And the outro starts, it's almost exact, it's almost the same as the first part of the chorus, but it goes like this, okay? So from the last part of the chorus, oh, trouble, trouble, then you go into the outro, starts with E minor, I knew you were, C, trouble when you walked in, D, trouble, G, trouble, D, trouble, then E minor, I knew you were, C, trouble when you walked in, D, trouble, G, trouble, then D, trouble, and then you can just end the song like that, okay? Trouble, trouble, stop, and then that's it, end of song, okay? So during the demonstration I glitched the outro a bit. The last part I should have said trouble, trouble, trouble at one part, but I didn't because yeah, I glitched. But anyway, that's how it goes, okay? So that's the full step through of the song. And so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna give you some additional tips to help those of you, just some additional tips to help you play the song easier, or to play the song so that it's more consistent with the original version of the song. Okay, so basically the Taylor Swift, when she plays the song, she's actually playing the song in the key of F sharp. So this tutorial is in the key of G, which makes it half a step higher than the original way that Taylor Swift sings it. So what you want to do, if you want to sing it in and play it in the same key, like if you sing along with the original, you want it, if you want it to sound the same, what you need to do is you need to get a capo, and capo it onto the 11th fret. So that's 5, 7, 9. So that's way up here. I don't really recommend this, but if you really want to play along with the original and you want to use these chords, what you have to do is you need to get capo and capo it onto the 11th fret and use the chords which I showed you in the tutorial just now, okay? So for example, if I were to play it, it's gonna sound like a ukulele. It's like, some of you might like this. Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was on your side, you got me alone. You found me, you found me, you found me. I guess you didn't care, I guess I liked that. And when I fell hard, you took a step back. So that's what it would sound like if you were to capo it onto the 11th fret. If you capo it onto the 11th fret and use these chords, you'll be playing in the key of F sharp, which is the same as the original, okay? So just do that. And now for those of you who are, say, absolute beginners and you're still struggling with something like chord changing while you're strumming, this is a very common problem for beginners, changing chords in the middle of strumming. Firstly, I recommend you don't use up and down strumming pattern, just use the downstroke version. And if that's not enough, let's say you're still having trouble with changing chords, a few chords which I do recommend, and these are listed down in the tutorial notes as well. In the key of G, instead of playing G, D, E minor, C and A minor, you can replace these chords respectively with, replace E minor with E minor 7. You can replace C with C add 9. You can replace D with D sustain 4. D sustain 4 is basically putting your finger down here. What have I forgotten? You can replace A minor with A7 sustain 4. and you can keep using G like normal. And the reason for that is because when you use those chords, basically in order to change chords, you don't have to lift all your fingers up. These two fingers stay planted on the first and second string on the third fret, and these two fingers are in charge of doing the chord changes. So G would be like that, D sustain 4 would be like that, E minor 7 would be like that, C add 9 would be like that, and A 7 sustain 4 would be like that. And if you need to find out how to press these chords properly, please check the chords list, which is on the website as well, okay? But basically, the reason why I recommend these chords is because it's just easier for you if you are struggling with chord changes, and it gives you one less thing to worry about while you're trying to strum and get through the song. Okay, so to give you a quick example of how it would sound if you're using the simple strumming pattern and these easier chords, it would sound like this. Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was in your sight, D sustain 4. You found me, E minor 7. You found me, C add 9. I guess I didn't care, I guess I like that. Okay, so it's like G, D, sustain 4, E minor 7, C add 9, and it sounds pretty okay. Now, if you're going to play A7 sustain 4, like in the bridge where it says, the saddest fear, you go, the saddest fear comes, E minor 7, creeping in, that you never loved her, A7 sustain 4, or D sustain 4, anyone, or C add 9, anything, D sustain 4, yeah. Okay, so if you're a beginner and you're still struggling with chord changes and strumming, just use a simple strumming pattern and use those easier chord variations in order to help you get through the song easier. Okay, so I guess, yeah, that's pretty much all the tips I have for this particular song. Whoops, bang. So anyway, again, before we wrap this up, I just want to say, if you have any sort of issues with fundamentals, I do recommend that you check out the free beginner course, the free beginner lessons, which are on the LearnGuitarFastTips.com website. And the reason I recommend that is because in the free beginner lesson, it's basically an introduction and orientation. It gives you, what you learn is the 8 chords which I use in pretty much all of the song tutorials, and it introduces you to basic strumming patterns, like 2 basic strumming patterns which I use in a majority of the song tutorials, and also it gives you some introductory information for those of you who are beginners and can be useful to you. Alright, and so the reason these song tutorials exist is because what you're meant to do is you're supposed to go through the free beginner course, just learn it, get the basics, and then come and find a song which you like, which appeals to you, and use it as a means of practicing your fundamentals. So you practice your strumming, your chord changes and pressing chords until it feels natural to you, and after that you can go and learn other songs as well. Okay, so free beginner course, and use the song tutorials to actually help you practice and strengthen your fundamentals. Okay, now with that said, for those of you who want to go through more song tutorials, I have a song tutorials list which is on the LearnGuitarFastTips.com website. If you're on YouTube channel, the link is down in the description below as well, so you can check those out. There's a lot more song tutorials which you can go through. If, let's say, you don't like this particular song or you want to try something else, you can go and check that out. And also, if you haven't yet, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel or to like the Facebook page, so that you can stay up to date with new videos and new content which gets put out on the LearnGuitarFastTips.com website. Okay, and also if you'd like to support the site, I would like to ask that, or I'd like to invite you to feel free to share the content of the site, these videos, to your friends, your family, to anyone who you feel would benefit from these videos, or who's interested in learning to play the guitar in an easy way. Okay, so that, and also if you'd like to say hi, or if you'd like to reach me directly, or if you have a request of some sort, or comments or whatever, please feel free to leave a comment down in the post below if you're on the site, or down in the YouTube channel if you are on YouTube. Or if you want to reach me directly, you can reach me through the contact form which is on the LearnGuitarFastTips.com website. Okay, and so with that, I'd like to say thanks again for watching, and I'd like to say all the best with your practice. And also remember that it's always fun, it's always important to have fun in order to stay motivated throughout your learning, and because without enjoying yourself, practice becomes a drag, and then you eventually give up. So point is, have as much fun as possible. Don't get put down by people who discourage you, you know, because everyone started as a beginner. No one was great from the get-go, and if you just keep trying, keep practicing, you will get there eventually. All right, so just don't give up, keep practicing, and you will get there. I do guarantee that. Okay, and with that, I hope this tutorial has helped you. Never give up, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks again for watching, and see you soon.